Hello.
Go on.
I'm going home. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Real Brave Live, number 91. Kevin, remember a couple of years ago we were doing it in our office.
Yeah. This show is now 1 year older than Diane Feinstein.
Yes. Real Brave is a music studio online. You can find us at realbraveaudio.com. Today we're going to talk about For Whom the Bell Tolls. We're going to do it in our office together here on
Real Brave Live.
Can you read?
Read what?
Can you read?
It depends. English, yes.
You like books?
I sure do.
Okay. There's a lot of musicians that make or read books, apparently. Or maybe they just take the Cliff's Notes. Hi, Brian, by the way.
Brian's here.
I am here. Hello.
They take the Cliff's Notes and they make a book, sing with words and melody
Right.
and rock songs.
Right.
That's a thing. We've had some successful shorts, Kevin and Brian, with hundreds of thousands of views on our YouTube page.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for viewing, viewer.
Yeah, they viewed it. And
Why aren't
they
you watching this, though?
Huh?
Why aren't you watching this, though? Come on
They
over
will.
to the longs.
They will.
We got longs.
It's coming.
All right.
It's coming. It's all happening.
92 episodes later.
Well, Joe Rogan didn't start his fame until after he.
He was on the Man Show.
Yeah, it's true.
That's where he got his start.
Yeah.
Remember when Joe Rogan was on the
Wait a
Man
minute.
Show?
None of us are
Yeah.
alumni of the Man Show.
Yeah.
This was a false bill of goods.
Anybody ever here eat a spider?
No.
Okay.
Thank you. Actually, yes. Statistically, 8 per year. So about.
What statistics are you
I
reading?
think it's 8 per lifetime.
Is it 8 per lifetime?
I
thought
would
it was
hope
8 a
so.
year.
I hope it's per lifetime.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can Google this without looking at any.
I'm gonna be analyzing my duty one time a year to make sure. Anyway, so one of the songs that we've analyzed on our YouTube Shorts is the song "For Whom the Bell Tolls" by Metallica, which was named after the famous book "For Whom the Bell Tolls" by Ernest Hemingway. Kevin's still looking up how many spiders he eats a year.
It's actually sleep yearly is not true. Okay, myth flies in the face of spider and human biology. Make it unlikely spider would end up in your mouth.
I mean, I can say I have some real life experience with this song. I recently saw Metallica in concert, and they played this song.
You went to the big Metallica show.
A friend of mine offered me a free ticket day of, and so I went. Yeah,
Oh wow, how was it?
it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not particularly my cup of tea. You know, I like Metallica fine, but you know, it was funny. At one point, they dropped these giant beach balls. I mean, like almost the size of the stage here, beach balls. And it was just guys in their 40s and 50s, going like, ugh, trying to like get them in the air and not wanting to look weak in front of their wives. And it was pretty funny.
I heard that it's like a big sing along now.
Yes.
It's not like a metal show.
Oh no, there was no metal activity going on.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. The one cool thing was the stage was in the round, and they had what they called the snake pit in the middle. So 1,000 people were in the middle of the stage, and because the arena is so huge, they had 4 drum sets on the circle in the round, and so the band would move like different parts of
That's
the
cool.
stage, so everybody got a close view at one
Oh
point, which is
wow.
a cool way to. If you're gonna do a show like that, it's a cool way to do it. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't they play for like a couple shows?
They did too. I only went to the second
Okay.
one too. Yeah.
Beach balls, huh?
Yeah.
And
A
did
friend
they?
of mine actually took one of the beach balls home. And
Like-
she's turning it into a beanbag chair that she can sit in because it's that big.
Yeah, yeah.
How did she do that? She destroyed it and then folded it up.
She let all the air out by like jumping on it
Okay.
and then put it in her car and then brought it home.
Does
yeah.
it say Metallica on it?
It does.
Get out of
And
here.
it
gonna
says
put
72
beans in it?
Seasons tour or whatever.
Wow.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. I don't
It
want to do
is.
it.
It is. Yes.
Did they play For Whom the Bell
They did.
Tolls?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Got to hear it
I
in
missed
person.
that. I missed that part of it. How many spiders do you eat a year?
Apparently not many at all.
Okay. So where'd you get that information?
This is from Scientific American.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's good to know that we don't eat that many spiders a year. Thank you, Kevin. So, For Whom the Bell Tolls is a novel written by the American author Ernest Hemingway. Have you ever read that, Kevin?
No. But
Can you read, Kevin?
I can read Kevin, my name. And some choice other words. I did read Old Man in the Sea and The Pearl, both
Old Man in the
both
Sea.
Hemingway novels or
Okay.
novellas.
It was published in 1940. It was set during the Spanish Civil War, which took place from 1936 to 1939. And as the story unfolds, the main character involved with a group of Spanish guerrilla fighters who are sympathetic to the Republican cause. They basically it's a war
Now,
book,
when you say guerrilla fighters,
not like real guerrillas.
oh, okay.
It's a different type of gorilla.
Way
I was
less
way
interesting.
too old when I realized that wasn't like monkeys with guns.
Throughout the book, Hemingway delves into the psychological and emotional struggles of the characters, kind of what Metallica does with the song. It's actually not related to the book. They just talk about the emotional impact of war in the song, and it's set to angry guitar and angry vocals.
I actually don't know how it goes. Sorry.
For Whom the Bell Tolls. Side note, so I actually spent way more time on looking up auto urine therapy.
What?
Huh?
Yes, because I could have sworn that Ernest Hemingway.
Bear Grylls.
No. Do you know what auto urine therapy is?
I can guess.
Yeah. What is it, Kevin?
You either drink or bathe in your own pee.
Sure. I could have sworn that Ernest Hemingway used to drink his own.
Isn't that Gandhi?
Gandhi did.
And Bear Grylls.
I'll take your word for that,
When
Kevin.
he's out of water, but that's a terrible survival.
So Ernest Hemingway never did, but Gandhi did, as well as Keith Richards.
wow.
Okay.
Well, he was probably getting drunk.
Jim Morrison. And you know what they have in common?
They all died at 27.
Gandhi did not die at 27. He looks like Keith Richards at 27.
Yeah,
Gandhi.
that's true.
Oh, they're all dead. So
Keith
no.
Richards is not dead.
What's that?
Keith Richards isn't dead.
That's true. They're not all dead. He's not. I just read that. I copied and pasted that, Brian. Thanks for our producer Brian correcting me as usual.
Yep.
Literally says
Thanks for
there's a
keeping
number of
track.
famous people tried auto urine therapy for health reasons. Gandhi did it. Steve McQueen, Keith Richards, and Jim Morrison. What do they have in common? They're all dead.
Yeah, no, it's probably true though. You know, the same way that everybody thought like Paul McCartney was a replicant of the original Paul McCartney.
Did you see the movie on that?
No.
Yes, there's a movie on that.
The bad like fake Netflix documentary, whatever. Yeah.
Yes. I found myself watching that and like got very into it, and then I realized what I was doing, and I stopped immediately.
Did you see
An hour in.
the Beck music video that has Paul McCartney in it,
No,
AI'd onto his face, onto Beck's face?
get out of here.
It's great. It's wonderful.
Do they make music videos still?
Yeah.
For Whom the Bell Tolls is featured on Metallica's second album, Ride the Lightning, released in 1984. So the lyrics don't tell the specific story.
Right.
Do you wanna listen to the song?
Sure.
Listen to Paul McCartney, that's great, okay? Cliff Burton is doing a cool descending bass line right now.
Yeah.
Yep. That's pretty much it. There's other stuff going on too. How many times did Hetfield say "yeah"?
Oh, if that was a drinking game, I'd be dead. Because it was all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it.
Anyway, so it's a war song, and you're not a big Metallica fan.
No. No. Not really. And I'm not ashamed of it either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
But it's rhythmically cool. It's got some got
just-
some part to it.
I just feel like if you're trying to make angry music, you know?
Yeah. We'll do it with distorted guitars and Lars Ulrich.
Yeah, but that's such an easy way to do it. You know what I mean? Like, listen to like Shostakovich. That guy was angry. You know what I mean?
Who's that?
He was a Russian composer during the Cold War, and like post World War II, Cold War era.
Uh huh.
And he did not like being in Russia, but he had to be. And
Yeah, his string quartets are like very, very angry.
and it's like, and it's not like, it's not angry in a sense like distorted guitars. It's like angry in a sense that like you're listening to it and just so uncomfortable, and you could just hear
Dissonance? Like, is it
a
just
lot
like
of dissonance.
Yeah.
A lot of like new style of harmony too. But like that is like one example. Like another example.
Is that
like,
something we can hear? Listen to? Can we play that? What's it? Burgerschmurgert?
Kevin can look it up. I guess.
Schmurgerdov?
Shostakovich.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say
Dmitri
this about Metallica. I
Shostakovich.
think that Metallica, when Ride the Lightning came out in '84, I think.
Yes.
I'm sure that was considered very. It's pushing the envelope. It's something new. It's a way to express these feelings in a more extreme way than have been expressed before. The way I describe Metallica to my wife, she said, "Are you a Metallica fan?" I said, "No, but I was 13 once." Like, you know, all of us sort of have this like. It is to me. It is very indicative of being young and angry and not really having smart words to say to express those things. So I borrowed the riffs of others.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's spooky as heck.
Yeah.
As all heckins when you're younger. What do you got there, Kevin?
That's the wrong one.
Okay.
Fifth Symphony.
It's kind of like listening to One and then seeing reading Johnny Got His Gun, because I heard it was about that. You ever read Johnny Got His Gun? Can you read?
No, I can't really.
I had to read that in school.
I read it because when I found out that One was about war again, and it was basically about that, and then you saw the video for it, and it's messed up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listeners at home, we are listening to Shostakovich right now.
Yep.
What piece is this, Kevin?
This is Fifth Symphony, the fourth movement. Imagine a bear chasing you through the Russian wilderness in the snow.
Can I be Jack Nicholson?
You may.
Okay. No, that's not Jack Nicholson. That's
Nicholas
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Just like Jack Nicholson.
Just like Jack
Nicholson. This still wasn't the one I was thinking of. I'm thinking of the one. Bum, 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 bum.
I don't know which one that is, but I know that was initially where my mind went to. Yeah.
This just reminds me of music appreciation in college, which I fell asleep in, and then memorized all the songs an hour before. It's Hitchcockian.
This is mad as heck.
I don't know. It sounds Hitchcockian.
One example, and I don't know, because like it's so easy to just overdrive a guitar and play loud. You know what I mean?
Was it easy when they were doing it initially?
I'm sure it was. They had amplifiers.
Are you saying
Fair.
playing a power chord, your 1 and a 5, is lazy? Is that what you just said?
I'm not saying it's lazy. I'm just saying
You just said that.
I'm
you
just saying
literally
it's
just said
super
that.
low hanging fruit. That's all.
Well, what I'll say is this: I think that people should express themselves in ways that are authentic to them, and I don't think James Hetfield is going to sit down with a piece of staff paper and write a string quartet or a symphony.
No, right. Yeah,
And so
sure.
that guy's expression was through, power chords and whatever. And it doesn't have to be your expression, but I think I don't think it's inauthentic. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I'll take that point and counter it with, what are you so mad about though? Like you're just everybody, every death metal band,
Very angry.
just like you're just nerds. That's all. Just like me, we're just nerds. We know a lot about music and spent lots and lots of time in our bedrooms practicing guitar.
Yes.
I'm going to call Colin, our instructor here. and
Don't
see
call
what he has
Colin.
to say about
Don't
this.
call Colin about that.
Just kidding.
Who, by the way, the short did well.
Yeah.
We're gonna do more of those. So
Great.
Colin is an incredible guitarist. He did a really good job. You guys did a great job of putting together Hangar 18 and what else?
We did 6 Metallica and Megadeth songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it was great, and it got great engagement, and we're gonna definitely do more of that. But there was somebody recently saying that, and it's a famous producer, and it's Steve Lillywhite, saying like that bar chords are lazy.
Bar chords are lazy.
Yeah, well, not bar chords, power chords,
Oh, okay.
because there's no expression there. You're just doing. Bleh.
Just parallel fifths. Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's Steve Lillywhite.
I grew up playing Ramones songs. That's expressive.
But. Ramones? Yeah.
But they're expressing something.
Yeah. Sonically, though, they're not expressing very much. There's a lot to be unsaid.
Yeah, I guess, there's a very famous film called The Five Obstructions, and the whole idea is you have to work around these things in order to make something creative. And for the Ramones, an obstruction was their absolute lack of talent in terms of proficiency in their instruments, right?
Yeah,
and so the way they made up for that was by playing power chords and by writing, silly songs about going down to the basement and the beach and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Famous Queens, New Yorkers.
Did they ever? They did the Real Brave had a presence at the Ramones house on the anniversary of something or other. Joey
Yes,
Ramone's
that's
birth
exactly what happened.
or death.
Birth? Birth. Maybe birth. You celebrate birth or death. You say birth.
Birth.
Yeah.
Depends who dies.
we didn't hear, Dan, are you a Metallica fan?
I am a Metallica acknowledger. Yes.
So you're giving him guff for not being a fan.
Well, no. I mean, like,
Wow.
I definitely like
Can this
them
guy
a lot.
sit on a fence or what?
Am I a fan? Will I run out to pay $400 for seats? No.
No, but if like me, your buddy called you day of and said, "Hey, I'm free tickets to the show,"
I would go.
would you have gone?
Yeah, I definitely would go. I would say everything after the Black Album I hate, and I tried to listen to it, but everything prior to that is pretty incredible. That was great. Can we hear that a little bit louder there, Kevin?
Can we crank that up a little bit, Kevin?
It's not the same song though. A disclaimer: this is not For Whom the Bell Tolls.
This is not.
That is River Bell.
That
Yeah.
was just kidding.
There it is.
This is an amp. This little amp. I like that tone of that super overdrive.
Whose amp is that?
It was donated to us by Karen.
Oh.
Defender Mustang.
Oh, it's a Mustang. Okay.
Mustang.
I thought it was like a classic. The other tune that has gotten a lot of, if you go check out our shorts page, I don't know.
Or just our shorts.
You could go pull it out our shorts, and there's another tune in there. Gimme Shelter, which do you know that song, Kevin? Can you read, Kevin? Have we established that Kevin can read? Gimme Shelter is a song. It's labeled as their first protest song. They're sang a lot of songs about girls. While Kevin figures that out. The song covers the brutal realities of war, including murder, rape, and fear. It features prominent guest vocals by American singer Mary Clayton.
Yep.
That's the high, very awesomeness. Yeah. Lady Gaga did that recently with the 80-year-olds on stage.
I taught this once. It was a long time ago.
Johnny Dangerously.
One of my favorite movies. Have we talked about this before?
I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I taught this once.
Once. No one knows that movie, by the way. You and I are like 2 of the 5.
I know. There's very few people that understand that, and I'm very sorry. While Kevin still tries to figure that out, we had a comment. I'm doing some interviews right now, and one of the persons I'm interviewing, his name's Elijah. This happened today. That's why I'm bringing it up. He wrote, "Hey Dan, I just wanted to say the Real Brave Live podcast is hilarious."
Who said that?
Somebody I'm interviewing.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now I
For a
know
job?
about the medical benefits of snorting ashes.
Yeah, no, that's true. Look it up. It's
We
right.
didn't
It's
talk about that.
it's right up there with auto urination or whatever it was I'm talking about.
Oh, man.
We're essentially a fringe science podcast at this point.
If you want to know what we're talking about,
Not
go to
for
the
long.
last podcast. Do
Bring it
you
to the
know anything?
mainstream.
Do you know anything about Gimme Shelter?
It's a protest song. That was apparently it could be a protest song, but it could also just be about they were in a hotel and Keith Richards wrote a song about a storm that was happening at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it fit the ethos of the whole the whole era that it came
This
from.
the late '60s storm that was brewing.
Yeah,
on
but
the
then
horizon.
then also it could just be very literal.
Yeah.
It is also the name of the documentary about their concert at Altamont, where people were killed by security.
Oh, right.
Hex Angels.
Yes, the Hex Angels did that, and so I think that there is a when people hear that song title now, they probably think of Altamont and death. as
Yeah.
opposed to protest.
Well, not many people know about that incident. I think the older folks, older than us, older than Kevin, much older than Kevin.
Take it.
There it is. See, and when we were doing the Rolling Stones last time, and when you play like that, minus Sans E string,
Right.
that sounds like Keith Richards to me. Or Lindsey Buckingham, I don't know. Probably Keith Richards. What are you doing right now, Kevin?
I'm playing. I'm trying my best to play this. I haven't heard it in a while, and I just looked at the tabs real quick to figure out what key it's in.
It's deceptively tricky. It's not hard. It's just it's not what you'd expect to be playing.
Oh, and a lot of the stuff too that a lot of the Keith Richards licks are in like open tuning.
Yeah,
so
G.
like what you'll find online is written. It's for standard because nobody wants to sit around and detune their guitars every time they want to go play a Stone song. So a lot of it is tricky because it's not how he played it. You know what I mean?
The whole guitar is in open G.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
5-string open G.
5-string open G.
Yes.
Huh.
G D G
Yeah.
G B.
I believe so. Yeah.
That would be best.
It's traditionally a slide tuning, but he would write a lot of stuff without the slide.
That's right.
That tuning.
And then snort his father's ashes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anything more we want to say about that before we never talk about this again?
About Gimme Shelter or about Snorting Ashes?
Definitely not going to talk about that again. Although apparently people like it.
I mean, it depends on whose ashes. They could have been real strong of heart and had a lot of courage.
Yep.
You could gain some of that courage.
Yeah, you could. There you heard it here first. Burn up your friends and your loved ones and
Only
snort
the
them.
ones that have qualities you'd want to adopt.
And the ones that are already dead, don't go around. We don't condone that on this podcast.
Yeah, we don't like murder.
There's enough corpse out there.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a good corpse out there you can find. Check us out on the YouTube at Real Brave Inc. You can see all of our shorts. There is a joke there.
Probably.
There is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wear briefs.
Our brief shorts. You can check out all of our shorts there at Real Brave Inc. Please go there right now. Please subscribe to this friggin' thing.
Please.
And like and comment and tell us what you think. Okay? Do that. Real Brave is a music studio. We do teaching online. Go to realbraveaudio.com and you can check out everything we do. You can check out our shorts on all the socials at Real Brave Inc. Tune in next time when we talk about something else here on